Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Sameer Khanuja from Indian Institute of Mass and Communication, Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module creating media messages from paper media information literacy. So students, let us see what we are going to learn. There are so many platforms available in the market. There are so many applications, so many tools available in the market, and we don't know uh, which applications to use when, which tool is used and provides what features in what areas. For example, if I have to edit an audio, I'm not sure which audio application I will use, which tool will provide what features. So objective of this module is to make you understand about the various applications which are used for creating a media message, to understand which application to be used when, and also list of features which these applications provide. So before we move ahead, let us understand what is a media message. Any message containing text, photograph, audio or video is a media message. There are various mediums, platforms available to share these media messages. It could be, you are sending through digital means like a mobile, tablet, laptop or a pen drive. You also send messages through TV, radio, or if we go about non-digital forms, they are like printed magazines and newsletters. So this diagram shows how the raw message gets converted to the final message. So the raw message, we mean that the message which we capture in a form from a photograph through camera, or when we capture a video which is a raw footage, and then there is a transformation happens, which is through any tool. It could be a graphic tool, and then graphic tool is used to polish the application, this raw footages, and then post that the footage gets finalized and the message is ready to share. There could be multiple examples which we can talk about here. So take an example of a image file which you capture from using a camera, and you take it to a Photoshop, and in Photoshop you make some adjustments to it. Take for example, you can change the color of the image, you can do some editing and enlarge the size of the image, and post that you save a file in your required expectation. So that is what we call a final message which is ready to share. Graphic software. There are multiple graphic tools available for various purposes, and therefore it is important to understand about softwares and their usages. Same software can be used for designing a layout, for printing and editing an image for website. Take an example of a application called Photoshop. A Photoshop can be used for editing an application, for editing an image, which can be used for a website, for a newspaper or for a magazine. Similarly, take an example of MS Word application. MS Word can be used for doing just simple data entry, or it can be used for editing a layout for a brochure or any uh, say a magazine. There could be multiple ways of categorizing a software. There could be an audio application, there could be a video application, so but what we have done is to make it a little comfortable. We have depicted two ways to categorize these applications. One is medium based and another is technical and process based. When we say medium based is what all platforms. So when you have to send a media message through a mobile, you want to send it through laptop, or you want to send it through television, what is your medium and which application can be used for that medium? That is one way, and which we will see in the upcoming slides. Another is process based. In which category we are using? Are we using it for desktop publishing? Are we doing a movie? Are we doing a video editing? So which application will be used for video editing? So in our last slide, what we were trying to say is, uh, before we understand what a particular application or a software does, we need to understand how they are used uh, in various mediums, for example, and or on a form of technical based. So technical based is another slide, but here we are going to talk about how applications can be categorized on the basis of medium or a platform. And when we say medium, it could be a mobile, it could be a laptop. Now, coming to this image which is in front of you, you can see that with the invention of digital media, we can send our images using multiple mediums. One medium is laptop, another is mobile. Nowadays there are smartphones which is very equivalent to smart computers through which you can send messages. Then there is TV, audio, and paper. So if we go one by one, so first is laptop. So this category, as we just discussed, that is as per what is the platform. So, and how you want to translate the images. So if we are doing that from a laptop, what is our need? Our need is that we want to create a website, or we want to send mailers. There could be multiple more. They are taken. We have taken some examples of that. Through mobile, we use WhatsApp a lot, and we use a lot of social media websites. And when we say messages, we mean WhatsApp or any latest applications which are used in mobile devices. TV, when we send messages through TV, there are multiple things which we see, like soap operas, news, movies, and there are small shows which runs advertising, which are there, which gets transmitted through TV. Another is audio. Audio transition happen through radio, and there is also speeches which can be transmitted through audio. The last one is the paper. Paper is the very old medium which is getting obsolete with every passing day, where we are transmitting messages using newspapers, magazines, and posters. This slide is another way to depict how we can categorize our graphic softwares. The way we have used it, we call it technical and processes. What is our need to use a particular application? You may need to do some text editing, you may need to do some image editing, audio editing, video editing, or maybe you need it for desktop publishing or for a website design, and many more. We have taken some representations here so that to make you understand better. We use MS Word, Notepad, Excel, PowerPoint for doing multiple text editing. These tools provide multiple good options. So for example, MS Word provide very smart text editing tools and features. Notepad is a very simple uh, application which provides very simple features for editing. Moving to the image editing provides multiple graphic softwares like Photoshop, MS Paint, Coral Paint, and many more. Photoshop is right now is an industry standard which is used very extensively by many graphic designers and across the industry. MS Paint. MS Paint is a freeware which comes with Windows and provide very less features to the user. Coral Paint. Coral Paint comes with Coral Draw. This you don't. Coral Paint is not available separately to a user. You have to buy Coral Draw, and then Coral Paint is available to you. Coral Paint provides better options than MS Paint, but still falls behind Photoshop. Moving to the audio editing. So if a user want audio to be edited, what he will do? He has to go to these applications. For example, Adobe Audition, Audio Editor, and Audacity. So what you need to do, you need to capture a raw footage and then go to these applications for editing. And what all you can do in these applications, we will discuss about them in upcoming slides. Video editing is another category where we have Adobe Premiere, VideoPad, and Virtual Dub. These are all those also the applications which are used for editing any video footages which you capture as a raw. Desktop publishing. Desktop publishing is when you want to design anything for a newspaper, for a magazine. These categories are used. Adobe Illustrator, Corel Draw, Adobe InDesign are some examples of it. Website design. Website design is another category which is as per your need, and you would need various applications. Few examples are here, like TwoWeb, Composer, and Website Builder. As you can see, these are the examples of some of the text editing tools which are available to you, and some of them maybe you have used in your day-to-day life. A text editor application or a tool is used for editing text. Few applications are available with operating system, but they are generally very basic, where you can just type basic text with different font sizes or selecting few fonts. But for if you are looking for a tool where you need more text editing features, advanced text editing features, for example, bold, italics, multiple colors, leading, paragraph editing, paragraph features, tables, different categories of font styles, for that you have to go for a commercial application, which is example of that is Microsoft Word. As you know that MS Word is used for doing a lot of data entry by professional users. If you want to create a magazine, a lot of text gets added through Microsoft Word because it allows multiple text editing features. Some of the examples which we have showcased on the screen is Notepad, which comes with the Windows application, and it allows very basic features in an application. Then we have TextEdit. This is also a free tool which comes with Mac operating system and allows very basic features. Microsoft Word, I'm sure you all have used them so far till now. It is a very good word processor application which is used commercially at a very extensive level by professional users. AB Word. AB Word is again a free tool which is available for word processing. It allows good features, but again it doesn't have a support, and that is why it lacks users' attention. Image editing applications. Image editing. Before we go ahead about understanding what are image editing applications, let's try to discuss about pixel based the categories of images. So images can be categorized in two ways. One is pixel based and another is vector based. What is pixel based? Pixel based, it is a digital image. The smallest defined unit is called a pixel. Pixel, if you say, if you elongate pixel is picture element, and the short form is pixel, and many pixels made a digital image. Now if you click any photograph, that is a pixelated image which has so many pixels in it. Now we must have heard that the image is 300 dpi, the image is 200 dpi. Now what is dpi? Dpi is dots per inch. So if we have 300 dots per inch image, that means 1 inch has 300 dots in it. And if we have 4 inches by 4 inches file, it has, if you multiply that many dots are there in an image, which is defining image. Now if you capture a photograph from a camera, that is a example of pixel image. If you see anything printed, a photograph, that is an example of pixel based image. Now pixel editing softwares may allow users to play with images with various features. These features are like color management is the one feature. When we say color management, why we need to do a color management in a pixel? There are photographs which when gets captured, they are not in a proper light. These tools, pixel editing tools, basically allows to make those color corrections, make it lighter or brighter, or may allow you to increase the contrast of a image by using those features. There are also various filters available. Those filters which are like, which we can also call them ready-made effects. So if you see you want to apply a zoom effect on that, you can use a filter or a ready-made image, ready-made feature. If you click on that, that effect will apply on that. There are also you can also increase the size, decrease the size, you can change the resolution of the image. When we say resolution, that means, which we have just discussed, the dots per inch. If we call it what is the resolution of image, if we say it 300 dpi, that means it is defining that 300 dots per inch is a resolution of image. Okay, going ahead with the other features. The another feature which is very important and very used in detail is layers and masks. So basically layers is a very concrete feature of most of the image editing applications, or we can say pixel applications. It allows you to do maximum editing on various layers. Layers, as the word says, different layers. So you can have a layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 to actually, which helps you to create a effect. The another category is a vector based. A vector image is the use of polygons to represent images in computer graphics. Vector images are on vectors which lead through locations called control points or nodes. Vector applications also allows various features. There are few applications which allows you, like Adobe Illustrator, Corel Draw is an example of vector based applications, which allows various features like scaling a image, scaling a box. If you create a box, you can scale it. If you have a box which you have created, you can design a logo out of it. You can also have such applications also allow you to play around various logos. More on the vector based applications is you can do a lot of text editing and also a transformation. So you can increase the font size, you can also twist it around. So in most of the text editing applications, it allows you to just make basic editing. But if you talk about vector applications, it will also allow you to play around. It will also allow you to distort the image of a text. So if you have a simple T, you can actually make it enlarged at a very big size. You can also provide any shape by putting some filter, which is a ready-made effect on a text. So basically vector applications provide many good features which you can play around. Since these applications are also used in desktop publishing, so there are also features which are related to printing. So if you want to use a feature like pre-flight warnings, printing multiple documents, or you want to create a PDF out of it, these applications have those features as well. Some of the examples of various applications which are used for image editing. The first is Adobe Photoshop. This is the type is pixel based. It is a pixel graphic editor developed and published by Adobe Systems for Windows platform and Mac platform. Currently, this is the most widely accepted application in pixel editing. Multiple features are available, allows user to extensively play around with the images and which generate excellent results. Adobe Photoshop is a proprietary of Adobe Systems, and user has to buy it from the market to use it. It is not a free utility. Another example is Coral Paint. This is again a pixel application. Coral Paint is a pixel-based or digital art application. This application aims to simulate accurately as possible the appearance and behavior of traditional media associated with drawing, painting, and printmaking. There are multiple excellent features which are available in Coral Paint. When user wants to select between Photoshop and Coral Paint, they generally select Photoshop because of their user-friendly features. MS Paint. MS Paint comes with Windows and is a free utility. MS Paint doesn't allow many good features, but allows very basic features of image editing like scaling, cutting, and pasting. It also allows to save a file in BMP, JPEG, and GIF format. These are some examples of vector-based applications. Vector-based applications. The first example is Corel Draw. Corel Draw is a vector graphic editor developed and marketed by Corel Corporations, Canada. This application is currently available on Windows only. Previously, it was available on Mac, but because of less usage, it got obsolete. It is currently used widely for creating drawings, posters, logos, and multiple page layouts. The another example is Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator is a vector-based application. Again, it is a part of Adobe and allows very excellent features for graphic editors. This application is available both on Macintosh and Windows. It is used for posters, logos, and free drawings. The limitation with Adobe Illustrator is it is a single page layout. So if you are planning to create a multi-page layout, you have to go for Corel Draw. And if you are planning to create a one-page layout, Adobe Illustrator is used. Inside Point is other example of vector-based. Inside Point is a cool multi-scene vector drawing tool. This application is currently available for Windows and Linux platforms. This is free download from the internet. Another free download available is Inkscape, which is again a vector-based application. This application is available only on Windows, Mac OS and Linux, and used for free form drawings, logos and layouts. Audio editing. Audio editing is another category of applications which allows you to edit audios. Wave files, MP3 files falls into this category. So if you are looking for editing audio files, you need to import them in these tools and then make the editing. So tools or applications used for editing audio clips fall into this category. Audio editing software is the one used for editing and generating of audio data. Most softwares can edit music, apply effects and filters, adjust stereo channels as well. User can expect following features in a typical audio editing software. These features could be, import or export of various audio files. So if you are importing something, a audio file, you also need to edit it, and then you have to export the final version of it. That is what it means. And then we have ability to record audio from various inputs and store recording data digitally. Another feature you can expect is ability to edit duration, start and stop time of audio clips on a timeline. Another feature to merge or fade into or out among multiple clips. This also allows user to mix multiple soundtracks at various volume levels. In the last slide, we have talked about audio editing. What are the features you can expect in a typical audio editing application? These are few examples. Before we come on the examples, when a user wants to edit a audio, it needs to be captured in a form of WAV file or a MP3 file. That raw file gets into a system and then are opened in these applications for making various editing. There are few features which you can expect in all the audio editing applications are volume adjustments, audio transitions, and having a big file by collaborating multiple WAV files or MP3 files. The first example is Adobe Audition. Adobe Audition is a digital audio workstation from Adobe Systems. It is available for Windows and Mac operating systems. Another example is Audacity. This is a free tool which is available on the net. It's an open source and used for multi-track recording and editing. This is currently available on Windows platform, Mac platforms, and Linux platforms. Another free example of this is Audio Editor. It is a full-featured audio and music creation toolkit to present you the easiest way to record, edit, and enhance your sounds for playback and sharing. This is available on Windows and Mac operating systems. Another category is video editing applications. Video editing software is the one which can handle post-production videos editing or a digital video sequences on a computer in a non-linear editing system. Now, before we move ahead, let's understand what is non-linear editing, or we can call it NLE. So basically, a NLE application is based on a timeline interface where sections of moving image video recordings, or you can say clips, are laid out in a sequence and played back. Such software offers multiple features for maybe trimming, slicing, cutting and arranging clips across the timeline. So a typical video editing application has these features. The features like 3D editing, DVD burning, audio transitions, video transitions, a color correction, HD support, speed change, and drag and drop. So the drag and drop feature is generally we would like to mention drag and drop as a good feature, because whenever we are doing editing at a mass level, we want a user-friendly functionality of the tool, so that we can we can drop multiple clips in a quickly manner. If we have to import every time, this will be quite. In the last slide, we have talked about what is video editing application and what are the features which you can expect in a good video editing application. Before we move ahead on detailing out the examples, whenever you are looking for a video editing, first you have to capture a video using a good camera, a digital camera, and then put it in your computer for editing. That is called a footage. The first example in editing is Adobe After Effects. Adobe After Effects is a visual effects, motion graphics, and compositing application developed by Adobe Systems, and it is used in post-production process of filmmaking and television production. This application is currently available on Windows and Mac operating systems. Another example is Adobe Premiere Pro. It is a timeline-based video editing software. It supports high-resolution video editing up to 10,240 by 8,192 resolution. This application is also available on Windows and Mac operating system. There are also free options available. First is free Virtual Dub mod. It is an open source video capture and processing tool for Microsoft Windows only. This application is not available on Mac operating system. AviSynth is a frame server program for Microsoft Windows, and it is not available on Macintosh. It is a non-linear video editor controlled by scripting, which means it doesn't have a UI available. So the other category is the desktop publishing software category. Now, what is a desktop publishing? So desktop publishing software are the ones which are used to create a page layout and also provides advanced text editing and image editing for a printing. So desktop publishing allows users from various domains to do a self-publishing of wide printed material, which could be posters, books, magazines, or pamphlets. So, but we have to be very cautious. When we design a poster or a layout for print media, we need to have a prerequisite. The prerequisite of that is that we should have an understanding of printing processes, which is very important. Now, in the next slide, what we will show is a list of applications which can be used for desktop publishing. We have talked about what is the purpose of desktop publishing software, why it is used, where it is used. This slide tells what are the applications available where you can aim to do various editing for desktop publishing. First example is Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Illustrator is a vector graphic editor by Adobe Systems. It is used for creating logos, posters, and cover pages. The limitation with Illustrator is that it is a single page layout application and it doesn't allow to add more pages. This is available on Windows and Mac operating system. Another example of publishing software is Adobe InDesign. Adobe InDesign is a desktop publishing software developed by Adobe Systems, and it is used for creating flyers, brochures, magazines, newspapers, and books. This software is available for Windows and Mac operating systems. Adobe InDesign provides many good features which are text editing and for which are related to publishing, like indexing, table of contents, and multiple columns. Moving ahead, CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is a vector graphic editor and product of Corel Corporation. This software is also, like Adobe Illustrator, used for designing logos, posters, cover page. Moving ahead, Photoshop. As we have discussed in the previous slides, Photoshop is used for image editing. So if, for example, you are planning to create a layout for a magazine, a cover page, you will use a combination of these applications. The cover page can be designed in Adobe Illustrator, and the image editing can be done in Photoshop. Or if you are planning to create a magazine and multiple pages designing, then Adobe InDesign is a good choice because it allows multiple pages. You can have your image edited in Adobe Photoshop, and you can import that in Adobe InDesign and make your layout finalized. Adobe InDesign can also help you create a file in PDF format, which you can send it across to a printer. Website design software. There are multiple software available to develop a website. Such software provides predefined templates which can be leveraged to develop a website quickly. In fact, there are many online tools available to create a website without downloading and installing it on a desktop. Online website designing software may allow easy drag and drop, designer made templates, beautiful galleries, mobile optimized domains, huge images, and secure hosting. Web design software may have following features depending on complexity of respective tools. Some of the features are design templates, search engine optimization. This search engine optimization, this is a feature. This particular feature allows search portals like Google to find content or any item listed or available on a particular site in a quick method. Video and audio embedding is another feature which these allows. Drag and drop features, static and dynamic text images, responsive compatibility. This particular feature is used to design a website which can be supported on various mobile devices and tablets. Marketing features like analytics, hosting features, and blogging features. These are few examples of free applications which are available on the net for creating a web design. Wix, Squarespace, and Weebly. So students, let us now summarize what we have learned in this module. In this module, we have discussed about different categorization of graphic applications. We discussed which tool to be used for which medium, what basic features each application allows. So overall, this module will help you understand how to identify a tool for your purpose while creating a media message.